Hello again, race fans. James Dimmitt with Dimmitt Race Videos on Facebook, Dimmitt Race Videos on YouTube. If you missed us last week, well, we had a little rain out here at the Grundy County Speedway, but don't worry, we're back with a new episode of The Pit Stop. Race fans, if you're going to talk about Grundy County Speedway and championships, this driver's name has to be mentioned. Fast Eddie Hoffman. 7 late model championships, over 150 feature wins. How do you do it?
Longevity. Just keep on coming back. And, years ago, it wasn't quite as competitive as it is now, so you can get some more wins. Now it's, fight for everyone, so you get, 3, 4 in a year. That's a really good year.
So prior to your last championship, you and your dad were both tied with 6 late model championships here at Grundy. Now when people look in the record book, you're going to be just above him. How does that make you feel?
It feels good. It's not something that I had to do. It wasn't something I was aiming for. You want all you can get, right? We can get 20, 20 is good. If you get 1 or 2, you're happy with that. So it's a number, and we just, want to come out every week, every year, be competitive, and win as much as you can without, killing the car and everything else.
Did you ever have a chance to race against your dad?
Yeah, we had a couple races. We actually brought him back, Frank and McCooley over at Indiana, that one weekend, a while back now, probably 12 years. I've got the doors. So, Lisa Thomas, when I was driving for them, we had a car. I had that car, and my dad was in my car, my Grundy car. So we raced here. They flew him in. They paid for some of that stuff and got the race against him here. It was really awkward here because in the warm-up, my dad got hit with another car warming up his tires. My dad never got to start the feature, so that was a little, disappointing. But he did get the race next week. The guys worked on it overnight, got it out to Indiana, got the race against them. So, yeah, that was pretty cool, right, racing against Dad. That was the whole idea of that. They got a little mileage out of it, too, the tracks. They knew what they were doing.
How'd you get started in racing?
Well, Dad, right? He was racing, just after I was born, I guess. So when you grow up at the track and you're used to the track, and was running around here the day they opened, we were up in the grandstands, and so I've been here since they opened. It hasn't changed a lot, but I've been here since it opened, and it's it's in the blood, or you're just inherited. I don't know.
Do you remember what the first job he had you doing on the car?
I was always tire guy. And I still am the tire guy. Maybe we start out cleaning or something, but pretty early I was in charge of tires and airing them up. We used to blow them up then and try and get sizes and stuff. We were on McCurry's, Goodyears, but even Firestones, and then more Hoosiers as time went on. So that was sort of my niche, figuring out tires and taking care of those, and I still do a little bit of that now.
Now, when you started racing, I believe you told me a couple seasons ago that you started doing enduros out at Raceway?
Yeah, enduros were the first thing, and that was without anyone's knowledge because Dad wasn't ready for me to race, and he wanted someone to work on his car. So there was a tow guy that had a tow yard in my dad's yard, and we were 20-something at the time, me and my buddy. So we got a couple cars from the tow guy, he slipped them to us, and we actually drove. Our first one was here. Me and Sean drove the cars here, knocked the windows out in the parking lot, and it was hooked from there.
What do you enjoy most about racing?
The competition on the track, just the actual racing, getting around cars and racing and see what you can do, and, try and do it the right way, and just racing with people. So, I think that's what most anybody wants. You hear about other drivers and series and NASCAR guys, they got to do all that stuff. They want to get in the car and they just want to race.
You've done a little bit of traveling with a few series in your career, correct?
Yeah, quite a bit for a number of years with the NASCAR ReMax series, they call it at the time, and then some CRA, but yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Oh, yeah, that was fun. It was good, it was younger, and, you could take time off of work, and, went to some really neat tracks, between Phoenix and Pikes Peak and Gateway and down in Florida at some of the big tracks, even South Carolina. Yeah, it was a good time, and that was all the Lisa Thomas cars, and, we had some success doing that.
You're sitting right now in first place so far during the 2023 season. You going for that next championship?
If it happens, it happens. Going for it, I don't I don't need to add any headaches to what I already do. So I don't look at the points. Not that I don't want to do well and win a championship. I do, but points watching or points racing is just aggravation you don't really need. I certainly don't need.
I was reading Gary Ballou's book the other night. He said that when you win a few features, you're a hero. When you win a lot of features, you become the villain. Do you ever feel that way?
They remind me. In case you haven't noticed, they remind me up there when I get introduced now and then. So yeah, being here so many years and so many that you're the villain, at least to some people, and that's okay. I'm good with that. So I get it.
As long as the fans are recognizing you, right?
Yeah, as long as they're there to come in to watch and they're here to express their opinion, so it's all good.
What do you like to do away from the track for fun?
Work. I actually like my work, so for fun, this is pretty much it. A couple of things here and there that that we'll do. I played hockey forever. Just finally stopped doing that a couple of years ago, but played hockey ever since I was a little kid. So have done that up until just recently, and so I guess that was fun.
What position did you play?
In college, I was a left wing, so I was either center or left wing for pretty much my whole time, and then didn't go any further after college. I was maxed out there, so then it was just after that playing in some men's leagues and go for the beer.
Is there any significance to your car being the number 8?
Oh, that's a good question. So when I was running Mid-American, we were winning a lot of races. We go up to Kaukauna, and we could beat Roger Regath and Jim Duco. And we had a lot of success, and they would tear our car apart, and everything was good. So one day, Mike Butts came up to me, who had a late model there that had Matt Kenseth driving his car. And he was up and coming, but the hot dog at Kaukauna. And he said, "Hey, Matt's coming late. Can you hot lap the car?" I'm like, okay, yeah. And I had very little, maybe Brolic's car once or twice, late model experience. So I hot lapped the car, and it was all good. And they were happy. Everything was good. And then one night, Matt didn't make it. He had commitment to something. He said, "Hey, you want to drive the late model?" Yeah, sure. I'll drive late model. It's a top car. So did that for a little while. And that was number 8. So then Fred Appleton started this whole deal here at Grundy, and we didn't have a number. He said, "What number are you?" I said, "I don't know. I'm number 8 up there. So let's just go number 8."
And you've had that number ever since?
Ever since, yeah. 8 is 8, yeah. And, then Earnhardt copied it, so, what are you going to do?
Those NASCAR guys, is there any particular race that really sticks out in your mind that you really enjoyed?
That I enjoyed? Yeah. There's a couple. Winning the first time at Nashville, and getting a guitar, I can remember that. You remember the ones that maybe you shouldn't have won, but you did something that got you the win, where you feel like you accomplished something. So there's a couple of those. There's a Bettenhausen or two along the way that maybe we weren't the best car. But that and running the NASCAR series and going to Pikes Peak and winning, and down to Florida at Lakeland and winning some of those races against what are the best short track guys in the country, those are special.
Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Yeah, more, especially years ago. Yeah, more than I want to count.
Who do you have as sponsors this season?
Oh, Feast Oil, just awesome company, awesome people. Been with me forever. I think we're going to stuck together. I think we're glued together. So and that's good. It's great. So love Feast Oil, Advanced Generator. They've been on the car forever. There's a lot of little people help out. Andrew Morrissey Racing helps out with the cars, and Bassett with the wheels. So you get some help along the way. But Feast Oil and Advanced Generator.
Who do you have on your crew helping you with the car normally?
They've been here as long as me. So we've got the duo of Mark and Diane. Mark does the tires for the most part, and he does a really good job. Diane does all the cooking and organizing, does a really good job. It's not just, cheeseburgers and lunch meat. We get fed here, so it's pretty good. And Larry from Advanced Generator has been working on the car forever. And then Chris and JJ, they came on a couple of years ago, and they lend a hand. And you need help. You got to have people here, good people. can look at the car, do what you need when it's needed. You know, just checking tires and maintenance. It's a lot of work, as anyone will tell you. So I'm fortunate to have them people.
Good luck tonight. Hope you pick up another win, and we'll see what happens. Fans, don't forget to come out and watch the races in person. It's the best thing here at the Grundy County Speedway. You can look for the schedule at grundyspeedway.com and check out Dimmitt Race videos on Facebook. I would love for you to do that. Thanks for watching.